All right, fellas, let's get started. Hey, it's a new day. I know you didn't heard by now. Trump won. Actually, Trump smashed Camilla. I wanted the bitch to win. I ain't gonna lie, I did. I think the country gonna be fucked up, but I can't say the motherfucker's a liar or none of that shit. I can't blame the shit on nothing because evidently the motherfuckers in this country want that bullshit he was talking about. Oh my goodness. Who the fuck is this? Caller, what's up?
Trump 2024.
Hey, I just said that, man, so it's cool. Hey, a lot of guys is like that dude that just called. Trump liker. People that like Trump, they ain't real, they punks. You see that motherfucker Trump 24, whatever he said. Uh He didn't have to be a punk like that. He could have just called up and said whatever he said, blah, 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 and just went on. It's cool, though, because a lot of motherfuckers wanted Trump to win. I didn't. I really didn't. I thought the broad would win. But I'm going to say this, and then, I'm done. Uh, you motherfuckers think that this motherfucking Trump is talking about y'all when he talking about whatever he gonna do. But you guys are nowhere near the income of the people that he is really talking about. I mean, you, especially motherfuckers like me and you motherfuckers ain't nowhere near where this motherfucker talking about for this shit to help. But you won, so I can't say shit. Let's talk about discovering what's going on with you. Not with Trump. We already know Trump didn't won. He won. He finna get himself off jail, all that shit. But anyway, uh, plans. Plans. If you want success, if you want to have any parts of success in your life, you got to plan for it. You got to plan it. Unless, of course, you think you could buy a lottery ticket and then one day you're gonna hit that big one on it. I mean, if you think that, I guess that's a plan too. But is it? See, everybody don't make firm plans. Most people will say that they'll plan for this or they'll plan for that, but not many of them motherfuckers truly plan. Now there can be a plan for everything that goes on in your life. That's why there's no excuse to not plan because it's not difficult. There's a plan for everything, or there could be a plan for everything. But like I said, most of us don't really plan. We think of something and we say, "We don't. I'm gonna do that uh, when it's possible, or when I get the time, or when the stars and the moon and the fucking sun, everything line up. That's when you gonna do it." Well, I mean, if that's what you like to do, fine. But planning, excuse me, planning is systematically organizing a way or a method that you're going to use to achieve a particular goal. Now, uh, on the way to achieving that goal, there's going to be some physical milestones that you can see and touch or touch. Damn. That's going to actually let you know that you're on the right path. Now, once your plan has been executed, you should have in front of you what you planned on having. Now, it's the critical thinking. It's the critical thinking where most of us fall short on planning. So, starting right now, let's all realize we're going to stop simply thinking and move on to planning. I'm very serious when I say this. We all know critical thinking is an intricate part of planning. Now, maybe I should say we all should know. Maybe we all don't know, but we all should know that you got to be able to think critically to plan. So, the way you think critically is to think your plan or idea or your thought or whatever through to the end, breaking it down into uh, little small aspects that you can fucking, breaking it down into little steps that you can achieve. Critical thinking involves the act or the practice of applying reason and questioning any assumptions that might arise from you or anybody else. But what I'm saying, you do that so you can solve a problem or get to the end or the answer to a problem. You got to make sure you evaluate all the pertinent information. You got to think about all the biases. Otherwise, you got to look at all sides of a situation when you're thinking critically. You can't just think one or two parts of it. When you're on a discovery mission, especially one concerning yourself, don't listen to any other person's version of your discovery. Now, just to cap on this, you got to understand, I'm speaking to you now as if you all are fucking confident bastards like me. Because if you're not confident, you can't do any of what I'm saying. So just think about what I'm saying, and if you can't do it, you better try to get to do it. People always want to add their 2 cents when it's at when it's at your expense. They want to add their 2 cents when they don't have to pay. You won't believe how many. Caller, what's up?
What's happening, bud? It's still,
Dylan, what's going on, man?
oh man, it's a beautiful day, man, and I like this topic you touching on with critical thinking and planning because they go hand in hand, you know. Um, and I wanted to ask you, man, because when it comes to just learning shit and tracking shit down, like I know you like to write a lot, right? And
Yeah.
so how often do you write? Because me personally, I don't really write a lot. I've always been shit in my head, and try to do it in my head and shit like that. So how do you? When it
Well,
comes to
think
writing?
about this. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I used to be the do it in my head type dude too. But if you do it in your head, you'll never get the right way. You'll always be on the fly. If you write it down, that's not necessarily the right way, but it can be the way because it ain't gonna change. Different things in life, as far as particular points about whatever it is you're talking about, they can't change because it's another day. But if you're doing it off the top of your head every day you do it, it's going to be different because you're going to change words. if you write it down, or if I write it down, it's not going to change. I need shit. I might once I learn it, I might alter how I think about it in my head. I might not think about it the way it's written, but as far as when it comes to what is the answer, the way it's written is the answer. That's why I write all the time. I write everything down. I write everything down that I'm saying to you. Not right now out of my mouth, but when I'm just talking and you see me looking over here, I'm looking because I'm looking at notes I made. It keeps me on point. It don't let me vary uh, from one day to the next. If I'm saying this shit Monday, it should be the same if I say it Friday.
Mm. Okay, yeah, that kind of keeps you sticking with what you originally thinking on, you know.
Yeah, but one other thing, you can't get locked into what you're saying because what you wrote Monday could change fucking Friday. But if you like right now, the president's is different. So of course I ain't write this shit thinking about Trump was gonna win. But I'm gonna add whatever I think that Trump that when I say something that makes me think of Trump or whatever, I'm gonna say something because I ain't stuck to what it's saying. I just don't want to get off of that topic.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get on that, man. I gotta get my rights now. Just be lazy, you know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. So
All right, man.
yeah, I
Be cool.
appreciate. Yeah.
All right. So now you gotta understand some shit, fellas. It's really important to understand this shit because you gotta be able to think. You gotta be brave enough to think. Like I was about to say, when it's not coming out their pocket, everybody want to add their 2 cents. You won't believe how many people told me the way I was going about uh, getting on this internet wouldn't work. Otherwise they were saying I was too aggressive, blah blah blah. I may be aggressive. I may be too aggressive. I don't know. But that's for whoever that is for. Otherwise, if I'm too aggressive for you, then you ain't gonna be dealing with me. But I ain't gonna be too aggressive for every motherfucker. Some motherfuckers gonna like how I'm delivering shit. I gotta be confident enough to take a chance. See, what I'm saying is, I don't think I could have had a better run than I've had since I went on my own. But in reality, I really and truly was totally afraid of what the fuck could happen. But nobody knew it because, I also knew what could happen on the plus side. So, my point in what I'm saying, when you believe something, you got to be confident enough to believe it. Because if you ain't confident enough to believe it, when you say it out loud, it's going to scare you. You're going to be all fucked up. Now, on another note, any time of the year that I think of either one of them, I just miss my parents, my brothers, my siblings. I'm talking about the ones that passed. I got a brother Clint that passed. I got a brother Richard that passed. Now I got a brother Gene that passed. I got a sister Evelyn that passed. Both my goddamn parents have passed. Now, on the one hand, I'll be sad. But on the other hand, I can't because I'm 72. That means if my mama was living, she'd be 100 or something. I can't be, so they lived a good life, as far as that goes. I just, dudes like me, I ain't afraid to change my life. I'm actually honored to know and associate myself with the caliber of motherfuckers I know. My nigga Chante, the nigga pimped all his life. More than me. Longer than me, I mean. And then he went and got a job. Uh, and he handling this business like a pro. I mean, this motherfucker ain't never worked in his life. And as wild of a motherfucker as he was, he has never shirked his duty to his goddamn children either. Now, I know he got some children before I met him that he may have slipped with, I ain't sure. But once he became a real motherfucker in his life, dabba in his motherfucking ass would not let him be a deadbeat dad. Now, this left up to the state and all that shit. He certainly would have been willing because they couldn't count his money. So he wasn't paying to them if they can't count it. But he took care of his kids, and I can attest to witnessing this shit. I watched they sit with me in the after hours for hours, blowing cane, drinking alcohol. It's always like a club in the after hours. So you can let the time fly by if you ain't careful. Many nights, me and that nigga was in there. We let 7 o'clock slip up on us, and that nigga would get up and leave. And I said, "Nigga, where you going?" The nigga, I gotta go get my boy, bud. Get his ass to school. That's what that nigga would say. Or even if it was during the day and we was at some bitches and he seen we let the time slip, that nigga would stop and he would fucking say he got to go get his boy from school. Now, he would take and he would pick his son and all his friends up to every baseball practice, football practice, basketball, whatever. Now, I'm telling you this for a reason. Any party his son wanted to go to, that nigga took him and his friends and picked them up, no matter what the fuck we was doing. Now, I ain't ashamed to admit this. I learned hella shit about being a real pimp front tape. And I also learned just as much about being a father from that nigga. I used to crack on that nigga. Caller, what's up? Caller, I can't hear you. What's up?
Oh, what's up, bud, man? I ain't too called in a minute, but I just was chopping up game and just I seen you on, man, and just man wanted to holler at my nigga, man, say what's going on, bud.
All right, everything cool, man. What you got? You got a question?
Yeah, I do, because the one thing I like about you, bud, you be roasting motherfuckers, but you always give us the game after you told us what we done fucked up at.
All
You know
right,
what I'm
what's
saying?
up?
That's so okay. Um, I heard you talk about Dante and about being a dad and stuff, and when he handled his business, but he always took care of his kids. So I'm gonna ask you this: what is the bit and set it up where you can't be a part of their life? You see what I'm saying? Like she done did some foul shit,
Hey, hold up, hold up,
fucked up
hold
their
up,
name.
hold up, hold up. You ain't got to try to convince me of what you saying. You didn't already ask you a question. Then the answer is that bitch can't do that unless you done did something that she can point to that means you're a danger to the kid. Other than that, you accepting some bullshit. You it
Wait,
would.
wait for it. Wait. Let me say this. She made up some bullshit, some lies about me.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. None of that matters because if it's a lie, you can prove it.
Okay. It's a little. It's a little bit more complicated than that.
No, you making it more complicated than that. You know why I'm saying this? I went through years of fucking goddamn shit getting my daughter. And what I'm saying is that bitch told that judge, and she told Janine that I wanted to have a mother-daughter whole team. You know, I was a horrible dad, all this shit. And in the end, because I had my lawyer and I had my shit, in the end, the judge said I can only go by what, I see. And just like I'm looking at you talking to the bitch, because she a white bitch, she looked like Polly purebred. Now, she a whole like a motherfucker, but now in court she look like Polly purebred. So the bitch said, just like I can see you, and I can't judge what you would. She said, so looking at Mr. Dixon, all I can see is how many times he been to court. Has he ever been late? Has he, met our requirements? And I had.
Okay.
And that motherfucking bitch ruled in my favor.
I got it.
So what I'm saying is, if you accept the shit, then it is the shit. If it's whatever the bitch lied about this, lied about that, all you got to do is point it out and tell what the truth is and take it to court. And if you can prove,
no excuses. That's where you coming from.
Yeah, there ain't no goddamn excuses.
All right.
There ain't none. Hey, you know what? You ain't gonna think of something that's gonna be easy for you to overcome as far as a reason for you not pursuing your shit. So naturally, you're gonna think of some significant shit. Man, this bitch done lied on me. Got all the cards stacked against me and shit. Yeah, they already stacked against you. You black and you a man and you ain't got your kid. They stacked against.
But here go the fucked up part about it, bud. Is I used to love this bitch. Now I want to have this bitch knocked off there.
Hey, see, I ain't emotional, man, and I don't fucking go through all that bullshit you going through right there. You talking about getting. You talking about getting put in jail? You talking about all kind of goddamn shit about this bitch when you should have been on your job about this bitch. Period. Because this fucking bitch that had my kid, I pimped on it for 7 years. This was a straight good motherfucking hoe. And then but like I told her when I called her, because the bitch wanted to try to say some black shit or be black. I told her, look, bitch, I called you white, and you better be a white bitch when you leave me, because I know for a fact, your ass, I will be a nigga when you leave me. I ain't gonna be this motherfucker. She was trying to say I was different. I ain't different, bitch. You just like me. Shit. Because when that bitch left, everything that any white bitch that never fucked with a nigga, because she was a southern racist bitch, this bitch said it.
So I got one more question, then I'm gonna go. Bud.
Okay, what's up?
Okay, I just want to ask you the last question, man. I'm trying, I get a lot.
Man, if you don't ask the question, I'm gonna hang up.
so this is my thing, man. In life, because I got over it.
Man, man. Look, I need the question. I don't want to hear all the bullshit.
All right, so let me ask the question: how do you feel with losses, bud?
With losses?
Like, what I mean is, like you said, I heard you say you lost both your parents, and that's what I'm going through now in life, man. I lost so much. My grandmother, all these people died this year, and it just fucked my life up and turned it upside down. And think the first motherfuckers that used to be here, they not there no more.
So wait. That's what's wrong with you motherfuckers. You ask a question and you're so scared of the answer, you want to talk a nigga into going for what you're saying. Fuck that. Ask the question. Let me answer it. I fucking deal with losses the way you should deal with them. They coming. Especially if it's death. You don't know who coming. You don't know when it's coming. But you know somebody gonna die that you love very much. If it's family members, you got to suffer how long that may take. I don't know. I know with my dad, when he died, I suffered 10 years. But my mom, when she died, I had already lost my dad, so I guess I was used to it or something. Because I only tripped about maybe a year, maybe a little longer than a year, but not two. And, it ain't like I loved my dad more than my mom. It's that, you deal with losses the way you deal with them. And I had, When my brothers and shit passed, I didn't trip. I tripped. You know.
Hey, but here's my thing. It ain't just people dying. It's that I'm sitting here looking at life as it is, like, damn, don't nothing last. Like, I don't give a fuck who won the Super Bowl this year. It's gonna be another motherfucker that win it next year. Like nothing. I'm starting to look at life like, God damn, man, it's just a replay. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Well,
And
man,
that's the
you
part that
must want
fucking
to. You
me.
want to die or something?
Oh hell no.
Well,
Who
man,
wanna
you
die?
gotta understand. Life is repetitive. Period. No matter if you got
Say it again, boy. I'm sorry. I ain't even what you say.
no matter if you got a gang of money or if you ain't got no money, life is repetitive. You have to get used to that shit. You gonna wake up every day. You gonna go to sleep every day. You shitting every day. You eating every day. Most of the shit you do it every day. So
Right.
when something can't, whatever person, you lost your car, whatever the fuck, man. You know, it's all the same. It ain't shit. I'm not saying
All right.
losing moms or pops or whatever ain't shit. I'm saying you act like you the only one losing shit.
Right. Right, bro.
Yeah, you
All
ain't the
right, man.
only
I ain't
one.
one of them
Yeah.
niggas just gonna stay it on the line. That's all I wanted to do. I just, man, I get a lot of gas from these dogs.
All right,
Respect
man.
the hell out of them.
Appreciate you.
All right. Y'all keep going.
Yeah. Hey, so I'm thinking like this here. Let me remember what I was saying. Any motherfucking way. Let me just start where I want to start. Talking about this nigga Tay. This nigga, I'm telling you, I used to crack on this nigga. Man, you making your boy soft, man. That nigga would tell me, nah, nigga, it's too much shit happening at them bus stops, man. I ain't taking no chance on losing. I'm going to some bullshit. Like, I don't know. I guess the shit registered to me because when I got my daughter at 6 months old, almost immediately, she wasn't really old enough at that point, but I adopted the same philosophy Tay had. My first thought was to be the same damn way that Tay was, and my girl will tell you. I took her and her girlfriends to wherever they was going. I made sure she was on time. I used to comb her hair, all that shit. And what I'm saying is, I got, excuse me, I got that responsible mentality from fucking with a pimp nigga. And, me being me, I'm just not going to do shit halfway, man. So my point is if you understand who you are, if you decide who you want to be, and let's say I want to be Bud, I'm this raw motherfucker. Who knows if I'm gonna have a kid in the future? Not blah blah blah. But if I did, since I am Bud, it's a certain way I'm gonna be. Period. I'm gonna be that way, and once I'm that way in this area, I'm gonna be that way in this area over here. And before you know it, I'm gonna just be this way, which is the way I am. So what I'm saying is, when you think of something, you can't think of part of it. When I first thought about being Rosebud, I was young, didn't have no wife or none of that shit. Was in the streets, wanted to be a pimp. I mean, I'm thinking that kind of shit. But once you become that shit, becoming that person is something too. So, are you going to be the kind of person that halfway take care of your kids or whatever? See, what I'm saying is, I learned all that shit fucking with Tay. You can't be a motherfucker and you don't do everything that regular people do and what you do. Shit, because that's what that nigga was doing. Being that dad that's there cutting the grass, all that little bullshit, and catching and doing all that other shit. I'm saying, man, my life is going to be like that. Period, nigga. And I'm riding with this nigga every day, so I know this nigga can do it. I used to meet my daughter's friends' parents, And I would tell them to not worry because I'm the designated driver. If she leave with Lena, she coming home with Lena because her dad is gonna make sure that no matter what you do in life, it's all about your priorities. If your goddamn priorities are right, your life will follow suit. You don't need to be rich to care about other people. No matter what, rich people gonna have their Christmases or their seasons. Then none of them, and some of you don't care that a lot of motherfuckers have to beg this goddamn season. They're not on the corner begging, but should I imagine that's how they feel because that's how I feel. Motherfuckers are waiting in line for a box of food, and the politicians ask if they ain't gonna need some food in a few days. I'm praying for all of us that's in need. I really am, because I know I'm blessed, and I believe I will survive this chaos that we finna live. I'm a survivor unscathed. And I'm not boasting when I say this because I think I'm a survivor because I know I'm truly blessed. I don't need to, stand or wait in line for no meal or none of that shit. I used to say that as a boast, but I ain't the same me. I never thought I'd see a day where people like me gotta stand in line. A lot of us allowed ourselves to get into this by not voting. But then I can't say that right now because we into what we finna be into because of voting. So I mean, I'm not trying to guess uh, an answer that's gonna let me win this political landscape. I can't. Trump ain't no better than uh, uh, Kamala, and Kamala ain't no better than Biden. I'm saying, let's not, you know, trip out on politics, but you better be ready for what's going to happen. I mean, each election from here on out is seriously important. So if you care about shit, you better start voting. And if we use it correctly, our vote, we'll never have to go through shit. But this particular time right here, I don't think we did. Now, I could be wrong. And what everybody who likes Trump is thinking could be right. I don't know. Shit. I just don't believe the shit. So this is the uh, chaos or the undecisive way that these motherfuckers would rather have you thinking. You know, I never experienced a fucking time at Christmas where I couldn't be around my family. Well, I have experienced in the last few years a lot, but when I was coming up, never. But last year, I do remember a couple of days, Christmas days that I missed because of different shit. But I always could see my family. What's up, caller?
Hey,
Caller.
Bud. What's up, OG?
Nothing was
You
happening
hear
with
me?
you. Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask because a lot of what you were saying about faith is really respectable from my point of view. But I wanted to ask, do you still send the bitch after you have a baby with her if she ain't in your household?
Man, hell yeah. The
So
bitch going every day. Mine was going while she was pregnant, and not up until she had the baby. A week or two before that. She was waiting to have the baby, but then a little while afterwards, she was right back. you know, that wasn't causing me. The bitch wanted to go. Why
I hear that.
you got that jumping off?
No, it made me curious because I know, say you got kids and how you explained it, you basically playing the father role as he should. So I'm just wondering how that looked when you sending the bitch and she the mother of the kid and she in your household. Like how that changed your temper.
Bro, let me tell you something. You must ain't got no motherfucking game. Because what if you catch a bitch and she got a kid already?
Right. No, I ain't saying one way or the other makes more sense. I'm just saying how it changed because when you break it, you
It
trying to
don't
get at a
change,
new
bro.
bitch.
It
So
don't
when you try to
change.
have some action at a when you try to have some action at a new bitch, right?
Yeah.
And you bring her into your household, and she ain't got no kids. From your experience, or from your
Hey, bro.
underlying
See,
experience,
see, if you're a real pimp, you avoid that bullshit until you know the bitch like you. Then you bring around that
okay,
shit. So what I'm saying is, if you want to cause yourself some problems, or bring on over to your house with the other bitch with the baby and shit, so she can see that leave it to be motherfucking atmosphere. You don't want that bitch seeing that shit. That she know how to pay you.
right? That's what I was thinking. That's just what I was thinking, OG. All
Okay.
right, yeah, I just wanted to see, what I mean, if it make a difference in how you pimp at the rest of these homes when
It,
you start having kids with the bitches that's in your household.
all right, bro. Be cool.
All right, solid.
Nah, it don't make no difference for those of you that was listening. But where was I? Let's go. You know, I didn't live over 30 Christmases without my dad. And I didn't live about 10 without my mother and brother. So I didn't have some years to Caller, what's up?
What's up, Rosebud?
I'm good. What's happening?
So, no, I got one question. So when bitches were paying you and shit, I was just wondering, were you like every time they wanted to make a decision to buy something, would they have to consult you or ask you, or would you just pay for everything?
Man, it depends. If the bitch wanted to buy some Kotexes, the motherfucker didn't have to ask me shit. You know, but if the bitch wanted to buy a dress or something, the bitch would have to ask me about that shit. You know,
Yeah,
certain things she would, but certain things she wouldn't have to. You know, regular life things that she may need, even if it's gonna cost $100 for some groceries or whatever, she ain't gotta ask me about that shit. But you know, if it's gonna cost $100 for a dress, yeah, she better ask me about that goddamn shit.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
that
you got to.
that's because the bitch gonna have access to a whole bunch of money, and you don't want that motherfucker taking your money going and buy something that she fucking thought she wanted.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
I guess, yeah. I was just wondering about that. I guess yeah, you gotta take it to your bitch. You gotta take care of the bitch, because like I was wondering if you have to be the man and be like, yeah, I'm gonna have to pay for everything. I'm gonna do this if she's giving you the money and shit. Like she don't get
Well,
a
if
choice.
she
You just pay
giving
for
you
it.
the money and you don't pay for shit, how the bitch gonna get something?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying, you know, it's automatic, man. You gotta pay for every motherfucking thing because you got all the
yeah,
money.
for sure, for sure.
All right,
Yeah, I was just wondering if the bitch would be like, daddy, I need some food, or daddy, I need some things.
man. You be
Would they
watching
ask you
too
for
much
everything?
TV, man. Hey, this ain't no television shit, man. This real shit. So, uh, what was I saying? Oh, this is the second Christmas without my. No, this is the fourth Christmas without my oldest brother, and this is the second Christmas without Gene. But I'm just saying, coping with loss, dealing with anything should be included in your fucking plan. And I want to make it clear. You don't plan for this person or that person to die. You just plan for when death, if that's the case, occurs, it's not gonna change you. It's gonna hurt you like it hurt everybody else. It's gonna trip you out like the loss like everybody else, but it ain't gonna change you. So I'm saying losing a mama is way more than losing a bicycle. But in reality, you kind of channel it the same way. Shit gone. Mine's gone, man. you know, that's just the way it is. Any motherfucking way. Uh, the other day, I saw a line of cars. It was so long it took me a minute or so to get to the front because I was riding by, and I wanted to see what they was waiting on in this line. Then it was people in line for food. These were fucking Americans sitting in their cars waiting for their turn to get a box of food. Now, how fucked up do you think they feel? How many of them motherfuckers have one less plate to fix because of that goddamn COVID? Man, we go through so much shit. That's what I was telling that brother to call, man. You ain't the only one going through shit. You don't know what's actually affecting everybody. Something different for everybody, damn near. It's just fucked up. And I'm quite sad about it. I'll say it, but I can't truly mean it. To all of you, just have a safe fucking life. Now, on another note, I had a young listener tell me that he don't have no price stamped on his forehead. I'm sure you don't even know what he's talking about. But I do, because he and I speak the same language. And that's the language of motherfucking Alvis talking about the hunt. I ain't gonna divulge what he said or translate it for you. Uh, if you ain't seeking self motherfucking help. No, you just continue to sit and wonder what it is and then wonder what's going on in the world as it passes you by. And to that youngster, like I told him, stay down and soon, bro, you gonna get your crown. You gonna be winning because you trying to have it. You gotta remember, you display this confidence. You do not explain any of it to your undeserving goddamn friends. Those who are willing are deserving. Those who are willing to change are deserving. Today is a great day to start out a new direction for your life. Because life don't end with pussy. But it sure begins there. If your daddy didn't know how to get at them goddamn women of his day, your ass wouldn't be here, would he? Would you? So for me to sit here and tell you pussy ain't important, that's a lie. More important than getting pussy is being qualified to have it. There's a qualification process you got to go through if you ever expect to be a hunter instead of the prey. The women you meet are qualified to charge your ass if you show the slightest weakness to them. And it is almost impossible for you not to show how afraid of being rejected you are. The ABPs of motherfucking dating will prevent you from allowing yourself to become susceptible to her feminine wiles. The ABPs will always be playing. Women fuck around with their feminine wives, whatever. They look at you funny, they pout, they make them blushes and shit. Little do they know, I use masculine wiles. Same, same effect. Same effect. So today, start realizing if you want to catch a woman, you have to do what I did or something similar to it and learn how to make your expressions work with your conversation. If you got a doubt, if you're saying something doubtful about the business willingness or ability, you got to make that face. And if you're saying something a little cooler, you got to know how to make that face. You got to be able to complement what you're saying with your expression. This is some dope I'm telling you right now, man. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to go for it. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Because if your expression do not reflect the precise thing that you want from the bitch, she ain't gonna volunteer it to your begging ass. So take it from me. Or better yet, sign up for my goddamn course and learn what to do to prepare yourself to become a woman magnet. You become a man who attracts women who want to give you whatever you have the nerve to ask for. If this sounds easy, it's because it is easy. I practiced the steps of success with women with everything I did. Going to the store, going to the mall, post office, anywhere I was, I practiced that motherfucker. Was on my ABPs, and I learned from each session. Even pumping gas, I was on my ABPs. Shit, just as you should be. After reading about the ABP principle, sign up for my confidence course and get on your way to becoming more confident than ever. But when it comes to approaching a woman and you got all this anxiety, don't you want to rid yourself of that? I sure did when I was going through it. See, I'm always extreme, but I'm never an extremist. I believe in no apologies. I don't apologize for being myself. Why should I apologize for doing what comes naturally to me? I also believe in no fear. I lost the fear of what people will think about me being myself. It's scary to wonder how someone will receive what you are representing. So be your best you. It's important to show no shame. I have. I no longer think of or feel shame of what I am. Most people want to please everyone except self. Start concentrating on yourself first. Then you might branch out and offer help to others. Show no disrespect. Simply because I speak my mind, I do not mean any person disrespect. I'm only being myself. There are many tricks others play to keep you from growing and leaving them. Because that's what's going on. They don't want you to leave them where they are. There should be no regrets. Do not regret the choices you've made to be who you are, or for the so called friends you may lose for being who you are. Now, what I just told you was the five no's. You need these no's. You need to have them as a part of your belief. No apologies, no fear, no shame, no disrespect, and no regrets. Implement them in your life ASAP. You want to know something else? Who, what, when, where, and why. Those are the five W's that you need to know. I'm going to just simply say this. If you answer that who, what, when, where, and why, if you answer that in everything you do, you'll be on your way to mastering critically thinking. You're not planning if you don't take the idea past the initial thought. The other day, I withdrew $50, 51s from the bank, and decided to go out and do what I hardly ever do anymore, unless it's the holidays. I went out and just started handing the panhandlers up to $2, depending on how they looked and shit, $1. And I told them to keep the faith as I handed it out. I hardly ever give the panhandlers because in reality, I believe if they wanted to, they could get a job and be at that job 8 hours a day. They'd be on the corner 8 hours a day. When it's the holidays, though, since I claim to be a person not afraid of change, I lean towards community these days, and those goddamn homeless panhandlers are actually a part of my community. Whether I like it or not, I'm riding up to each one of them and giving them a couple of dollars and wishing them good luck. Hopefully, I won't see them buying illicit items with what I gave them. But if they do, who am I to say shit? Who am I to be mad at them? Different groups, clubs, and organizations have standards. Now, these standards are so the club can have a certain level of membership. Now, to keep it at this level, or to make it where just anybody can't join, some of the standards are a little difficult to have or maintain. Now, in a group of high achievers, whose number one rule is you got to have a 4.0 to even be considered to be in the group, they will not let a 3.93 join the group. Even though 3.93 is a fucking high achievement. To get in the group, you need a 4.0. Now, if you want in, get a 4.0, then you can get in. Group members accept it like that. So you don't get the choice to allow riffraff in the organization. What good is working to reach the level of 10, if they reduce the difficulty in reaching it for you? What happens when unqualified people are faced with difficulty or something they need to study to learn? They want uh, the qualifications lowered to fit them. I'm telling you, you got to look at the Abadabba and how it's changed. You want to know why it's not the same anymore? It changed because it's not an exclusive club anymore. Anybody could be in it now. It's important for us. Caller, what's up? Caller, I'm finna hang up, man. You ain't saying shit. Uh, anybody can be in the shit now. It's just important for us to realize simply because you've heard of something or you become aware of something does not mean it's for you. It seems as if you motherfuckers think once you learn a new term, you got to use it. Having game means something. Simp means something. Uh, Go getter means something. I mean, shit, top notch, it means something. But to you, as soon as you learn what it means, fuck if you qualify to use it. You're going to use it anyway. You know what this does? This is It reduces the value of words. Each time you give yourself the name King something or Pimp something or International something, and you ain't qualified to be it, every time you introduce yourself with that name, you lessen the quality of the word. King whoever should have a kingdom of hoes if he appear. That shit, that whatever he is, having a kingdom of it, makes him worthy of the name. International so and so should have at least traveled to all the states, but preferably different countries. Now, especially if you use the word pimp in their name. Caller, what's up?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, I got a question. I have a Halloween party today, and it is a college Halloween party, so it's late. But they said to wear a Halloween costume, but I got prepared with Halloween costume, but no one wears.
Hey, dude,
No one.
dude, I don't understand you. So can you slow down and talk where I can understand you?
Okay, should I go to a Halloween costume with a costume?
Man,
Where
do you know what
everybody
today is?
wear no costume.
Do you know what today is?
No, I know, but it is late because
Man, fuck that, man.
it is a college.
Dude, do what you want to do on that. Do you know what you want to do?
Yeah, I wanna wear it, but
We'll
nobody
do it.
wear it.
That's what you do. What you want to do. See, you people got to understand. Ain't nobody gonna try to understand you. You better have people understand you. You do it. And if you got that fucking accent like he did, you got to slow down so your words don't sound like a different language. Shit. Now, when it's the holidays, since I claim to be a person not afraid of change, I lean towards the community these days, and them homeless motherfuckers, they're a part of the community I live in. So whether I like it or not, I'm riding up to each one of them and giving them a couple of quarters, maybe even $1. And I'm going to wish them good luck. Hopefully, I ain't going to see them tripping, buying shit, the wrong shit, with the money I done gave. Now, you got to understand, you just can't make stuff up that's not really, well, you can if you want to, but it's going to easily be seen that if you call yourself International Billy, then caller, what's up?
What's up, OG? Man, I got a quick question. What do you think your biggest mistake was when you was in a lifestyle? That if you can go back, you can change it. You be like, man, I wouldn't have did
Leaving.
that.
That was the biggest mistake I made.
Man, I've been following you for a while. I read your books. I read the one book, great book, man. And one thing
Thanks.
you were saying in your book was that, yeah, you're welcome, man. Like, yeah, your books, you're one of the best authors I read, and I read some really great authors, and like, you one of the best. Like as far as like keeping you on the edge of your seat, that's really your niche right there. But I know you said you got out because of your daughter. So how you think you could have maneuvered if you still would have stayed in?
Like my friends that all, I had a bunch of friends that had kids. You know, you do the same thing. You send the bitch, uh, but the order you have in your house extends down to your kids. You know, they have the best. You know, you making sure they go to school, making sure they don't miss shit. You ain't letting them be sick when they ain't sick. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of shit you do that makes a real difference. Out of all the goddamn niggas I knew that had kids. I'm thinking as I'm talking shit. I don't. Well, Brad. I remember Brad. Brad had a son that turned out. But what I'm saying is, most of them don't. Kids don't turn out. They become shit lawyers and go to school and shit. Because that's the way you raise them. You want them to go for something, better than you.
Yeah, one more question. Did you ever have a time in a lifestyle where you weren't completely hoped for it, where you was just like flat out broke, like you lost everything? You know how it's ups and downs, and you hit the surface, and you had to figure it out. And what did you do once you reached that point, if you ever went through that?
Well, I didn't really go through that because the bitch was only in jail. So if I'd have lasted, the motherfucking bitch would have came back and I'd have been all right. But I did go through that because she was in jail for 3 months and I didn't have no hope. And I had to do what them niggas that was holders did. Be out there on the track, being busy every day. Playing different games on a motherfucking bitch. If I could trick her out some money, I would. If I can get chose, I would. I was gonna eat regardless.
Oh, I just got two more questions, and I'm done. I got two more questions. Right. What happened to your brother Get? Like,
Nothing. He's
why
still living.
you always? Oh, all right, that's good. That's good. That's good. Y'all
Gift
still got a
still
good
living.
relationship.
His
All right,
birthday
yeah.
coming
I
up this
remember.
month.
Oh, okay, okay. You still look up to him in the
Yeah,
game?
me and Gift cool.
Yeah, yeah. I remember you were saying he was on a motorcycle one day. He had racks on him, and he was just popping it one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
What's your other
yeah.
question?
So, yeah, my last question is that you talked about your mom and how dedicated that she was, and you also said that the doctor had told her one thing, and her faith said she was like, no, she's gonna transition with all her kids around her, and you seen God really move for her and give her exactly what she wanted. Do you ever and that was like a miracle. Most people that's exactly the way she said she was gonna go. God gave her, her exact exit the way she wanted it. So did that ever move you to be like, all right, man, like maybe I should get more spiritual because you had the example right in front of your face, or sometimes you still just want to go
Bro,
your route?
to answer that question, it didn't make me more spiritual, but it made me see my mother was not full of shit. It just my mother was so goddamn religious. I used to think she was nuts. You know, uh, she would had in rummage sales or a dinner sale or whatever, and it would not be for the church, but she gonna give her little tithes or whatever to the church. Tithes is 10%. You give 10%. My mama used to give herself the 10% and the church 90%. And they all, I mean, they loved her, but you can see they wasn't doing shit. But she just was, that religious. But what I'm saying is, I used to think she was crazy. I'm telling you, my mother told us when I would say in the late 50s. She said, "You'll know the times is getting short when men start dressing like women, men start being women." She said this in the 50s, that it's gonna come a
Wow.
time where the men gonna try to be women and vice versa. And she said that it wasn't in the Bible, but God told her this, or not told her, but some kind of way through being religious, she knew this. And we thought she was fucking crazy to say that. Because, we kids, man, mama going crazy. She said men gonna be women. And look at the shit right now, man. Motherfucking dudes turn into women and get to play women's motherfucking volleyball. Did you hear about that dude that was on the women's volleyball team, and he spiked the ball so hard that it sent the girl on the other team to the hospital, and it got this big controversy about transgender uh, But biologically, males shouldn't be able to play female shit if they get transgender. Shit is crazy, man.
Wow, wow, man. Wow, well, yeah, I gave my word that was gonna be my last question, man. I appreciate your time, man. Yo, pleasure talking to you, man. Everybody that's listening, man, soak up while he's still here. This one of the greats. This is a legend. Like, never been caught up. They say, that the law enforcement, they gotta be lucky just one time and they get you. But when you out on the streets, you gotta make every single move proper. You gotta dot all your I's, cross all your T's for you not to go behind that wall. And this man did it, never hit the penitentiary, was out here pimping swell for decades and never touched a prison cell. So, soak up this game, man, because once he gone, it's like the library was burnt up. I appreciate you, OG.
I appreciate you too, brother. Be cool. Okay, so uh, first of all, as far as your name and shit, you wouldn't want your name. Caller, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Rosebud? It's AR.
They are. What's happening?
Ain't not much. I got a question. Like, was there ever a time where you was like in a rut where you wasn't getting any play or anything?
Shit, yeah. When I first turned out, it took me 2 years to catch me a second hoe.
Real?
Hell yeah.
So, what do you think it is? Do you think it's like something?
Hey man, I used to ask motherfuckers that, man, what you think it is, bro? And the one real nigga told me, he said, man, you be out every day? I said, yeah. He said, you be at every bitch you be seeing? Yeah. He said, man, it ain't nothing, man. You ain't ran into the right bitch.
Right.
That's what it was too.
Yeah, because one thing you don't want to do is settle, and I don't like settling for shit.
All right, bro.
Ah, man, I thank you for letting me know they just me shit. Yeah, man.
Be cool. So, what I'm talking about. See, when you wouldn't name yourself something and try not to live up to whatever it is you named yourself means. What's up, caller?
Rosebud, what's good, man? This is Anthony from North. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
No, maintaining. Man, listen, man. I'm one of your old students, man. I was way back in the days when you could mail out the DVDs or whatever. So, I got married and stuff like that. I've been married for a little while, but I'm thinking about like wrapping this thing up and then getting back out there or whatever. But I'm hearing people tell me it's like, hey, you know what? You're just gonna run into the same problem with another bitch, or you're trading problems one thing for another when you go to another bitch or whatever. And I just want to kind of get your insight in regards to are all bitches the same, or if I went to like maybe.
Do you believe all bitches are the same?
Well, I know they have their different intricacies or whatever, but like how people have like people like this, but as far as the basics, whatever,
Bro, quit. Why are you scared to answer the question?
I answered it.
That's a yes or a no question, brother.
Do I think all bitches are the same?
Yeah.
I think it's more complex than that. I think basically yeah, but then again no. So it's like I just want to kind of get your insight because they say everyone had it basic desires and needs and stuff like that.
Hey man.
So,
Hey man, let me ask you something. Do a Chinese bitch pussy look any different than an American bitch pussy?
nah,
Which bitch pussy look different?
they all the same. You might got a fat bitch with a poop over that motherfucker.
Hey, who gives a fuck if she fat? Your answers, they all the same, ain't they?
Right.
So you ain't gonna fuck them all the exact same stroke, but ain't you gonna do the same thing to fuck them?
Mm-hmm.
So where are they different at?
Well, as far as the mentality and the way that they interact with each other.
Yeah, but that has to do with you. That has nothing to do with the bitch.
Okay. So
Hey, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. And listen and understand this. A nigga like me, I could be riding where I'm riding, and let's say I'm in the ghetto, and see this bitch and get at her and knock her ass off, just like I could be riding in Beverly Hills in one of them fucking diamond Lagerfield diamond stores or whatever, and knock one of them bitches off. It don't matter.
No doubt. So basically, you saying they're the same.
They are the same.
So basically, if I'm having problems with my broad, it's me, not her.
I ain't gonna say that because it could be or she could be a knucklehead. But what I'm saying, the way you handle her is no different than the way you would. If her name's Sally, the way you handle Sue is no different than the way you handle Sally.
Okay, so basically, yeah, just looking for the one who's going to fall into line with what I want as far as my program.
Well, I mean, if you just want one to fall in the line, you saying everything except you, because you the one sound like you need work. Don't sound.
You know how I could use some work.
Don't sound like it's the bitches, man. It sound like it's you.
Well, I'm rusty. My game is, not as tight as it used to be, man. You know what I'm saying? Being all I do is work.
Hey, did you ever learn how to ride a bike?
Yep.
Do you ride a bike every day?
Nope.
Could you ride one if you got on one?
Yep.
So just like riding a bike, bro.
Yeah, gotta get out there and start making it happen.
Hey, you gotta just quit making excuses.
Well, my brother, I appreciate it. Good talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to sign up for the Sidewalk University.
Do it, man, and just realize, man, you can handle the shit. You just ain't handling it.
Not yet, no doubt. All right, then.
All right, be cool. Caller, what's up? Caller, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, what's good? This is Double. I want to answer that question on all we not the same. For me, point blank, yes. And the reason behind that is a woman and a bitch is just two sides of the same coin. And once you realize that, like everything in life will change. But I digress. What I wanted to talk about was a personal situation I'm going through right now with this little chick that I knew years. And it basically got to the point now where we were trying to lock in. And I let her know, you know what? I'm the kind of person I'm really trying to.
Hey, bro, listen to me. All that shit you doing is not necessary. Would you ask the fucking question? I just told you all bitches is the same.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you finna ask,
my question is,
yeah, just ask it.
Okay. I'm feeling like I need to call it because of the situation. I was trying to explain the situation to you.
Fuck the situation, man. Can you goddamn ask the question? I hate this shit. You motherfuckers, hey, look, let me tell you something. The reason you want to explain the shit is so that I'll be more prone to saying, yeah, you're right. Fuck that, man. Tell me what you talking about.
Okay. All right. So she don't be with them. Be having two women. That's her mindset. And I want to hit back up and try to explain my mindset. Or should I just
Hey, stop, man. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with you, man? Something got to be wrong with you. You ain't gonna answer me or what?
You said what's wrong with me? One of the things
something is wrong with you, man. What motherfucker's gonna ask a bitch, can he have two bitches?
No, I'm not asking her that. I'm telling her that. That's what I told her, but she don't agree with it.
Hey, man,
so
dude, however you want to explain that, you a knucklehead, and I don't even believe you. I don't believe that shit, because the motherfucker that would have two bitches would have them. He ain't finna ask nobody or tell nobody about them. He'd had the bitches. If the bitch found out, then you stand up to it. But you talking about telling her about it. You a liar.
No, I don't
you lying, man.
Not know about each other.
Dude, you lying.
They both should know each other.
Dude, you lying,
Uh-huh.
and you know it.
I'm not lying. I don't have two bitches.
I know
That's
you
not what
don't.
I'm
You
saying.
ain't never had two bitches.
Okay. I never claimed to have two bitches. What the hell?
Well, why the
That's
fuck
not what
would
I'm
you
saying.
ask that kind of goddamn question? That's what I'm
The
leaning to.
question
That's
is,
why I said something was wrong with you.
mm-hmm.
Any motherfucker that fuck with bitches would know you ain't supposed to be doing or asking no shit like that. You don't fuck with bitches, man. You a faker. Admit the shit and hang up. I mean, nobody want to deal with a motherfucker that can't deal with themselves. And you a lying ass motherfucker, and you know it. You gonna admit it or
I'm
not?
lying to myself.
You gonna admit it or not, bro? Because whether you know it or not, you already admitted it because you shut up.
I'm processing what you're saying, but what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying is you say I'm lying to myself.
Yeah, you are. You just faking. You might have had a dream about having some bitches or whatever, but you ain't that kind of nigga. I can tell by what you're saying, the way you talking. I don't have to know you to know you. I'm sharp like that, brother. I could be anywhere, and all I got to do is hear you talk. And you didn't told me everything about your ass. You already accepting what I'm saying now. Hey man, get off the phone, man. Since you lying, bye. Hey, you guys, don't call playing with me, please, because I'm gonna bust you out. Period. I'm just gonna bust you out. Uh, Motherfuckers want to put their name pimp, pimp this, pimp C, pimp D, pimp E, pimp Bob, and don't even have no hoes. Ain't never really had no hoes. Maybe had a hoe one time. See, what I'm saying is that motherfucker, every time you say his name, pimp this, pimp that, you just belittle it. That's why don't nobody have a problem calling him that shit. A real pimp wouldn't call him that shit. I mean, you ain't no fucking pimp. You're not getting called something just because you say that's your name. Now, motherfuckers, uh, everything I ever knew about roses, I adopted it. The colors, all of that shit. When I call myself Rosebud. Why do I do that? Because I'm not a nigga that whisper my name trying to hold on to a straw in my mouth. No. When I arrive, I announce my motherfucking name. And I never simply say it. Now, I hear motherfuckers fucking my name up. Talking about their name is Rosebud. I made my name mean something just as uh, pretty in front of a motherfucker's name means something. Pretty Tony, Pretty Willie, woo woo, all that. But I bet you motherfuckers didn't know this. Every nigga named Pretty whatever was actually an ugly nigga that had hella game. And the game made him pretty. And the motherfuckers that called him Pretty whatever was because they respected him. Not that he was pretty. That's his name. Shit. You guys got to understand some shit. You don't want to get caught up in not being able to make a plan all the way through. Otherwise, if you want to be Pretty Willie, you better remember you got to be pretty all your life, not just while you're doing good right now. Before you know it, you'll be pretty because you doing it on a regular basis. You're not a fly by night. Just call me this motherfucker. Fuck that. All right, you guys. You know what? I got some shit I got to do. I'm actually on here way too long. Oh my goodness. No, you know what? I got to get my granddaughter. My daughter works, and I have to keep my granddaughter during the day. And it ain't no big deal to me. I love it. Love every minute of it. So I'm finna go do that. I'm finna go pick her up and bring her over here. But you guys, look, shit is real. And we need to be critical or we need to be able to critically think in order to solve a lot of problems. It will help you solve a lot of problems. All right, I'm gone.